Let's solve this linear equation. The first one is x minus 20 equals to 9. There are two methods to do it. So solve a linear equation means I want to isolate the variable x on one side. I call this a linear equation is because x is raised to the first power. So the first way to do it is you have a minus 20, right? So to make sure x stays on the left hand side, I have to add 20 to both sides. So again, when you do something on one side, you have to do the same thing on the other side. All right, you have to take the same actions on both sides to let the equation remain balanced. So negative 20 plus 20 is equals to 0. So x is equals to 9 plus 20, and then x is equals to 29. And then how do I know 29 is right? So all you have to do is to check your work. You plug in 29 back to the x, so you have 29 minus 20, that is equals to 9, so that is a check. So using my favorite way to do it, x minus 20 is equals to 9. I'm going to move the negative 20 to the other side, so we have x equals to 9 plus 20, so x is equals to 29. All right, that is my way to do it. And then b, switch color for b. So b, we have 16 equals to 6 plus x. Yes, you can see what x equals to. So this time, let's put x on the right side. So this is a positive 6. So I will subtract 6 on both sides. 16 minus 6 is equals to, just write 16 minus 6. So we have 6 minus 6 equals to 0, right? So we don't need to write the 0. Then this is x. So 10 is equals to x. Then this is my final answer, my solution. All right, solution. How do I know this is a correct solution? You plug in 10 to the x. So 16 equals to 6 plus 10. So you have 16 equals to 16. So my answer is check. Using my method to do it, 16 is equals to 6 plus x. So this is a plus. I move that to the other side. You have a negative 6 plus 16 equals to x. So x is equals to 10. If you don't want to put the 6 in there, so you can do this. 16 equals to 6 plus x. We move that to this side. You have 16 minus 6 equals to x. So you have 10 equals to x. Either way is fine. I prefer to do this because that makes everything looks cleaner. I have been using this method since the first day I learned solving linear equation. So moving on to the next problem, we have a 16. C, we have a 16 equals to x minus 3. Okay, so minus 3, I will do the opposite, a plus, so we have 16 plus 3 equals to 19. Negative 3 plus 3 is 0, so x is equals to 19. Check, so 16 is equals to 19 minus 3. We have 16 equals to 16, so my answer is fine. And then the other way to do it, 16 equals to x minus 3, right? So this is a minus, move that across to the left, change the minus to a plus, 13. 16 plus 3 is equals to x, so 19 is equals to x. Again, I prefer to use this way because I have been using this since the first day I learned linear equation. And then D, we have 16 equals to 9 minus x. All right, 16 equals to 9 minus x. So this one is actually more than one step. So here is how I do it. There are two ways to do it. First, you subtract 9 on both sides, minus 9 minus 9. 16 minus 9 is equals to 7, right? 9 minus 9 is equals to 0. But we have 17 equals to minus x. You can call this negative x. So what is negative x? Negative x or minus x is the same thing as negative 1 times x. So all you have to do is you divide negative 1 on both sides, because negative 1 divided by negative 1 is equals to 0. Or if you don't want to do that, there is another way to do this. You can multiply. Let me use another color. You can multiply negative 1 on both sides. That works too, because negative 1 times negative 1, that gets rid of the negative. And then we have negative 7 equals to x. Then this is my solution. All right. So let's check my work. 16 minus 9 equals to 9 minus negative 7, right? So 16 equals to 9 plus 7. Then my work is checked. How about using my method? 16 equals to 9 minus x. All right, first, I'm going to move the 9 to the left-hand side. So the plus 9 becomes a minus 9. I leave x itself on the right side. So that is equals to 7 equals to negative x. Here, we can interchange the position of 7 and x. If you think that is too much, we can do the move one at a time. So first, I move the 7 to this side. So that the left-hand side has nothing. Nothing is 0. Negative x plus 7 becomes minus 7. And then you move this back to the left-hand side. 0 plus x, so that will be x equals to negative 7. So I got the same answer. All right, let's do E. So E, we have 4 equals to 11 plus x. So 4 equals to 11 plus x. So I'm going to subtract 11 on both sides. Minus 11 minus 11. 4 minus 11 is equals to negative 7. 11 minus itself is gone. So I have x stands on one side alone. Check my work. I have 4 equals to 11 plus negative 7. So that will be 4 equals to 11 minus 7, right? 11 minus 7 is equals to 4, so that is a check. Using my method to do it, 4 equals to 11 plus x. Move the plus tip 11 to the other side. I have 4 minus 11 equals to x. 4 minus 11 is equals to negative 7. Okay, here, x equals to negative 7 and negative 7 equals to x. They are the same thing. Look, 2 is equals to 2 is equals to a red 2 is the same thing as, these are not red 2, pink 2 equals to a white 2, right? X equals to 7 is the same as 7 equals to x. And then we have part F. So part F, we have 12 plus x equals to 2. Move the positive 12 over to the other side. X is equals to 2 minus 12. X is equals to, what is that equal to? Negative 10, right? Check my work. 12 plus negative 10 is equals to 2 plus minus becomes a minus. So this is absolutely right. Or using the subtraction properties, plus x is equals to 2. You minus 12 on both sides. So x is equals to 2 minus 12. You get negative 10 as well. So that is how you solve a one-step linear equation. This is the most basic type of one-step linear equation. In the next part, I will show you more linear equation involving fractions. All right, I see you there.